Liam Payne and Cheryl announced their breakup.
Pete Davidson gets slammed for joking about Manchester.
And celebs react to LeBron joining the Lakers.
All that and more on today's Rundown.
Hey you guys, welcome back to DHR. We now know why Kim confronted Tristan Thompson about blocking her in that awkward but hilarious video.
It's very true. But first, let's talk about Beyonce having to be rescued from stage. Everything was going smoothly during Beyonce's performance in Warsaw, Poland, until it wasn't. Most huge artists are known for incredible theatrics when performing at a live show. Kanye's had a floating stage. Travis Barker literally straps himself into his drum set and flies above his bandmates during the Blink-182 concerts. And Beyonce and Jay-Z literally elevate into the sky during their live show. Well, at least that was what was supposed to happen. Unfortunately, the couple's floating stage got jammed / possibly malfunctioned and ended up freezing right towards the end of the show. As you can see, her and her husband spend a few beats looking around the floating stage searching for an exit until she makes her way to a ladder provided by the stagehands. It does take her quite a while to get down on the ladder, and honestly, who can blame her? I mean, those shoes, that costume, it's just not easy to navigate even on a flat surface. And when they pulled out that ladder, I was like, oh my gosh, Queen Bee is gonna have to climb down a ladder? What is this?
I know, and could you imagine having to climb down from that stage? I'm terrified of heights, and so whenever I see these performers do these crazy things, I mean, remember when Pink performed at, oh gosh, I forgot what award show it was.
She's scaling the building?
Could you imagine any of these? Because things go wrong sometimes. It even happens to Beyonce.
I do have to say kudos to the engineering team, I guess you would say. They pulled that ladder out with a quickness. Beyonce barely just kind of looked around for a moment, and then all of a sudden the ladder was there. So at least she has a really strong team who knows what they're doing.
So just after a year after welcoming their son Bear, Liam Payne and Cheryl have announced they've split up. Liam Payne took to his Twitter to break the news that him and his girlfriend of 2 years, Cheryl, have split by saying, quote, "Cheryl and I are sad to announce that we are going our separate ways. It's been a tough decision for us to make. We still have so much love for each other as a family. Bear is our world, and we ask that you respect his privacy as we navigate our way through this together." Cheryl also shared a message almost identical to Liam's on her socials, and now with a son comes a new journey, co-parenting. According to the Sun, the two are determined to provide a positive environment for their child. A source told British Magazine that, quote, "They still have an ongoing relationship together. They have a baby together." The source also gave some insight into why the two have parted ways, saying, quote, "Cheryl and Liam worked really hard in their relationship. They had troubles earlier this year and were able to get through them. But they're in different stages of their lives, and after a lot of careful thought, came to a decision that it's best for everyone if they do go their separate ways." I think this is so sad, and I know in the past we have heard a lot of breakup rumors, and every time Liam or Cheryl would go on Twitter and be like, they're not true. So it's so sad that this time it's coming directly from them and it's over.
It's so hard, I think, being in this business and raising a kid together. I was hopeful that these two would make it work, but they did spend several years together. They do have a baby together. I like that they're handling this maturely. I like that they are publicly telling everyone the situation so that people aren't speculating and harassing them about information. Now everybody knows, and they can move on co-parenting with their lives. Okay, we have a little bit of Pete Davidson news that isn't the greatest. So we're gonna get to that in just a second. But first, I did wanna talk about Ariana getting a tattoo in honor of Pete's dad. This past weekend, Ariana added another Pete Davidson inspired tattoo to her collection. 8418 are badge numbers of Pete's late father, Scott, and now the numbers on Ariana Grande's foot. Scott was a firefighter who died on the job during the terrorist attack of 9/11. Pete shares the same tattoo on his forearm, among others, to honor his father. So even though this couple has sprung up seemingly out of the blue, their commitment to each other seems very strong and permanent. They both have tattoos to honor each other's personal victories and struggles. However, in an interview with one of Pete's go-to tattoo artists, John Mesa, John had a few things to say for his past work on Pete. When asked about how he helped Pete cover up an old tattoo of his ex's, John said, "I did a huge cover-up adding forest of trees. After we were done, I told Pete, hey dude, let's just stop with the girlfriend tats until after Grande is your wife." That is great advice. People who get tattoos though say that they're addictive. I've never had a tattoo, so for me, even doing this seems like so crazy and wild. But if you're somebody who has tattoos and it's like no big deal, you can cover it up. Laser is such a big thing now. It seems like a bigger deal to me, but it probably isn't a big deal to people who get tattoos.
Yeah, I would feel like though, when you've been in a situation where you got a tattoo for a significant other and then needed to get it removed or covered up, the next time you'd be like, I'm gonna wait till I'm for sure married, or maybe not do it at all. But Pete's going at it again. Maybe he really knows this time.
He's an all-in type of person.
After a month.
Okay. Talking about Pete Davidson, I have to transition awkwardly into something a little more serious because last year he apparently joked about the Manchester bombing. Last year, after the Manchester bombing occurred, Pete reportedly joked about the incident during a stand-up set at the Laugh Factory in LA. He said Ariana must have realized how famous she had become because, quote, Britney Spears didn't have a terrorist attack at her concert. Some families of the victims have heard the joke and are not very happy about it. One person by the name of Charlotte Hodgson, who lost her 15-year-old daughter in the attack, told Mirror, quote, for anyone to joke about this situation is disgusting and I think he should publicly apologize for it. The families will find it equally as disgusting. We don't need jokes about it. There have been plenty around and it's heartbreaking to hear every day. Neither Pete or Ariana has responded to the comments yet, but to be fair, Pete made the joke way before they started dating, but that still obviously does not make it any better at all. The joke apparently fell flat in the audience and it is not hard to see why. Yeah, I agree with this lady. I do think he should publicly apologize. I know comedians are in like a weird spot where their job is to make fun of situations, and a lot of times those situations are not great situations, and I think a lot of that is to try to shed like light on a serious situation where it's really depressing and sad. Anyway, regardless of all of that, I do feel like now, especially that he's with Ariana, I do think he should address this because this is something that Ariana really has been battling with, obviously. I mean, that can't be his opinion of the event. Obviously, she wouldn't be with him if he was like, oh, this is a funny event that happened. But I do agree, I think he should just apologize for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think there's such a fine line. I get, comedians make light of dark situations, but for me, I feel like that was one, too soon, two, too close to home, and three, there were kids involved, so I don't like any of it. I would love for him to just speak out and apologize. I get that he's a comedian, but just say something,
I think he will.
Welcome to a special rendition of Clevver #sports. LeBron James is now joining the Lakers in Los Angeles, and celebs have a lot to say about it. So celebs have been sharing their excitement over the news all over social media, like Ryan Seacrest, who took to Twitter to share his excitement, writing, quote, welcome to the Lake Show, LeBron. Rock that purple and gold. Looking forward to a great season. Busy Phillips shared how happy this news made her husband, tweeting, quote, honestly, this LeBron news is the best birthday present my husband could have possibly gotten. One of my favorites, James Corden, reacted to this news by simply sharing a funny picture of him and LeBron walking together and then captioning it, me and LeBron walking into LA. Even Logan Paul got in on the excitement, tweeting, as a Cleveland boy who moved to LA, I'm hyped to get LeBron again. Our girl Chrissy Teigen apparently predicted this news before it even broke, though. After seeing LeBron at an embroidery shop in downtown LA on Saturday night, Chrissy supposedly saw him with a blank Lakers jersey, tweeted about it, and even posted a pic. When the news did get out a day later, Chrissy simply responded by tweeting, told you, and personally welcomed LeBron to Los Angeles, writing, quote, welcome to LA. Friday is Sunset Rosé, laser facials on Monday. The rest of the week is running into people you don't like at Soho House. But you guys, possibly the best reaction of all was a tweet that came from none other than basketball icon Kobe Bryant, who tweeted right at LeBron saying, quote, welcome to the family. Okay, so I know nothing about basketball, but even I know LeBron is a GOAT, right? Greatest of all time.
Oh, yes. I was like, I don't know what that is. Yeah, he really is on this mission right now to win as many championships as possible. And after losing to the Golden State Warriors as many times as he's lost already, I think he really needed to make a career pivoting move right now because, he probably has like 5 or 6 more solid years left and he really needs to make that count, so I understand. Surprisingly, I watched some interviews of some Cleveland fans who, LeBron played for Cleveland once before and then came back this time, and now that he's leaving again, a lot of fans were actually supportive of the decision. You could tell LeBron really pulled through year after year for that team, so I think they're supportive. What's crazy about this as he signed a $156 million deal, and I think it was a 4-year contract, but
That's crazy.
So much freaking money.
I can't.
But the problem with this, and I don't watch a lot of sports, but I do know this, there are now like 7 current MVP NBA players in the Western Conference, which, you know, the Western Conference is just gonna like dominate year after year. It's gonna be the Golden State Warriors and the Lakers probably for now into eternity. But I'm still a Warriors fan. I love Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. Sorry, LeBron. I mean, you're great and everything, but you know.
I think the best part of this news, though, is the fact that Chrissy Teigen broke it. I think that is so funny. I love she's like, I'm going to start some basketball rumors. She tweeted that. And then the fact she saw it before anyone else is gold.
Goals. Wow, Kim Kardashian just opened up about why she had to confront Tristan about unfollowing her. In case you guys missed it, last week we covered a story about Kim Kardashian confronting Tristan Thompson about blocking her on socials. She shared this awkward and very hilarious moment via her Instagram story, and now she's sharing why. She just told Extra that she had to do it, saying, quote, I did the video just spur of the moment. I thought about it. I was like, wait a minute, you have your phone out and this is really awkward because you blocked me. We're all in the same room again. Can I get a follow? Can I get an unblock at least? Kim also revealed that she will be supportive of her whole family no matter what, saying we love each other and support each other, so it's always just fun to be together, and no matter what, we'll support each other, and we know that. This does make sense considering a source did recently tell People that Khloe's family respects her decision to stay with Tristan, saying everyone knows Khloe plans on staying with Tristan, so things have been civil so far. They still have opinions about Tristan's bad behavior, of course, but no one wants to upset Khloe. It's just so dramatic. I mean, you think your family's dramatic. You know, everybody's family has a lot of things that happen behind the scenes. It could be this. It could be worse, you know?
Could you imagine having like your sister's significant other over and being like, oh, they have me blocked right now on everything? And the fact, what surprised me the most about this story we covered last week was that she was still blocked, or everyone was still blocked, because Khloe decided to stay with him a while ago. So
that we know of.
Yeah, true. I've seen like reports of Tristan still denying the fact he cheated. So I wonder really what's going on behind the scenes. If Khloe believes he didn't really cheat, if Kim believes, you know, I want to know how they are really processing all of this, because
this family never ceases to amaze me at what they handle and deal with. You know, there's been situations throughout the Kardashian-Jenner history that I'm like, how did they allow this to happen? But you know what? They always come out on top no matter what happens. Okay, let's weigh in on this Kim Kardashian, Tristan Thompson situation. If you were in her shoes, would you have the guts to ask Tristan to follow you again? Let us know in the comments.
And also, I want to hear from you guys about this whole Pete Davidson and Manchester joking situation. Do you think he should publicly speak out and apologize? Do you think Ariana should make a statement? Let us know. Write down in the comments below. But until then, we'll see you guys back here tomorrow.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Oh yes. And then make sure to click right over here, because Gigi Hadid just clapped back at a hater.
Clapped back. I didn't see that story. Is this Friday's episode?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you should click that and watch it. Also, you should subscribe, like I said earlier. Have you not done it yet?
Do it right here.
It's down there.
Somewhere there.